Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I am working on August 2022's Paper Pumpkin Sweet Sunflowers. So this is video 7's, but it's part 2. So it could be video number 8, but it is part 2. So I guess it is video number 8. I guess I can change that. This is video number 8, part 2 of video number 7. So let me show you what we got here. Now in video 7, part 1, I showed you how I did. You can see everything I've got here to show you. Alrighty. Almost lost this little strip. I need that. Okay. Showed you how I made, let me get them all out here, all these sunflowers. How I stamped them, colored them, and then I fussy cut them. So all I did then, and I showed you how I punched these out, and this is what it's all about, using all of this great stamp from our kit, which is right here. Now for today, we're going to use our sweet little bumblebees. Let me get those. I had blocks for them, making sure I had all of the stamps. And I think we're going to go with the hello because, you know, I just cannot resist that little hello. I love hellos for cards. And I think the inside will be a thank you. So let's get those mounted because I haven't used the thank you yet. So we will do so. I'm just going to stick it here on the back. So I'm going to scoot all my sunflowers and leaves and all that goodies over to the side and show you what I'm using. We are using this card base, and I think that's it. Yep, that's it. I cut it apart. Wanted to show you. This is what I have left. I cut this off and I cut this up, and I will show you all of that in just a second. And we're going to use this, but we're going to use it as a stencil, so we're going to be using that on that side. And let's go over the pieces and parts and what I have. Oh, also wanted to show you this. This little strip we're going to use for the inside. It was cut off of right here. Because when I cut this in half, let's fold it. When I cut it in half to do the strips that are right here, you'll need 3 of these strips of DSP. I'm using this as DSP. 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. You're going to see that left this little strip to cut off, and I'm going to use this on the inside of the card. So I just wanted to show you everything I was using, how I'm using it. So that is for the inside, and that is going to be one of the very last things we use. I'm going to set that aside, and let's go over now what you will need. So put that in my little box. Okay, so this was a card, by the way, that I got off of YouTube, watching YouTube, Miss Connie Stewart, and not sure she had a name for it. It was a creative fun fold. It's basically gatefold, and it interlocks. It's an awesome card. So you will need 1 piece of basic white or very vanilla 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we are using basic white. So that's 1 piece. I'm keeping all my little pieces together here because these are my templates. I cut 1 piece that is 3 by 3 in coordinating cardstock, and my coordinating color for this card is going to be the gorgeous Blackberry Bliss. This is also where I varied from her card, as I cut a larger square to frame it. This is the same color as our cardstock, and it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now you will need 3 pieces of DSP. So that is this, and you saw it. It is going, how did it go? This way. So when you put it on your paper, you want to make sure it goes the right way. And I also varied. She originally had 3 pieces at 1 3/4 by 4, but I didn't like the gap. So I cut mine 2 pieces of cardstock at 1 3/4 by 4. There we have that. And I cut one for the middle, 1/8 by 4. Same color as your card base. And this, my friends, is our card base. And it is 5.5 by 11. Yes, this card took a full sheet of cardstock and then a little bit more. And you score it at each end at 1 3/4 by 3.5. And I'm going to show you that with the ruler. So I've already scored it. So sorry about the dog barking. I can't do anything about that. Here is 1.5. This is 3.5. Now you can turn it around, do the same thing, or score it at 7.5 and at 9 1/4. So I've already done all that work for us. Now we are going to simply give it a good creasing with the bone folder, or creasing tool, creaser as my grandson calls it. You can see why I call it a gatefold, as it does mimic a gatefold, except there is this beautiful gap there. See? It's almost like a bridge card. You put a bridge piece across here. So that is our card base. Now for, where's my piece I just put away? For the inside of this card, I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss, which is 5 by 3 and 3.5, to sit front and center like so. But we're not going to glue that in yet. Do I want to do the inside of the card first? No, I don't. Okay, I want to save that. So we're going to set our card base aside. We are going to work with sponging with this gold piece. And we need to get right down here to the bottom to our, what is this, 2 3/4 inch square. So we're going to take that, and I'm using an old sponge and some crushed curry, and we just want a very light background on here. So I'm going to stamp off, sponge off quite a bit. And I don't want the whole thing. I'm just going over, because I'm going to use this and you won't even know that this is all over the back of it. So just in some areas, not the whole thing. I'm just coming, you know, here and there, willy-nilly. Going to add a little bit darker. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you don't like that, look. If you don't like that, oh, you can always turn it over and go again. So we'll play with what we like, what we don't like, and choose from which side we want to use. I like this one. So there it is. It's all safe and sound. It's going to be used again. So we can close up the crushed curry. Now I'm going to take the Mellow Moss, another coordinating color, if I can open up this pad. I'm going to take this and I'm going to sponge around the edge. And it does help if you hold it, even if you hold it closer, you can really flick. You hear that little noise? That's what you want to hear. We're just going around the edge of this, getting some color. And we're going to stamp in Soft Suede. That was one of the spots, and Crushed Curry, I believe, was the other. So that's all there is to that. Now let's layer these up real quick. So we're going to layer this onto its counterpart, which is the Blackberry Bliss. I'm using my large bottle of Tombow. This card should not take long, as all of the prep work has been done. Then we are going to come Blackberry Bliss to Crushed Curry. Now you could have sponged that hive on this crushed curry with crushed curry, and that would have looked really cool. I did not choose to do that. So next we have our interlocking elements. We have the middle, and we have our, let me move that out of the way. Okay, so we have the middle, which is fatter than the other two pieces, and you need to put them the way they were when you cut them. That's why I'm doing this. I didn't change the measurement of the DSP. I only changed this measurement. So let's go ahead and glue these in place. Yikes. So one piece. Okay, the next. This is the top one. Okay. So now we come to putting them on our card. We are going to put two. We don't want anything over there. We want two, the top and the bottom, on the left hand side of the card. And you only need to go put like a square on your piece and do like so. And we're going to line that up top and bottom. So we're skipping our middle piece, going with our bottom now. And I'm putting it on here because it kind of lets me know that I don't put glue too far. And we're going to have it all the way to the bottom, edge to edge. Now for our middle piece, it's going to be on this side. And we're going to need it actually to be together. It might help, huh? So let's put this together, make ourselves a little box, and line this up like so. Now I say kind of interlocking because it slides like so. So this piece is going to go right in the center, okay? So we are going to add glue. Getting it where I want it again. I'm going to flip it over. Okay. And I am only going to put glue right in the center piece. Flip it over again. And you can see how it's going to open up. It's going to be beautiful. It is beautiful already. Just the whole thing is. And yes, I know you may not have had to use that piece, but it flows. And that's what I wanted. All of this for my gorgeous sunflowers. And do we want one? Do we want two? I might do two on this card. Okay, so these were all the things that we prepped. I got a whole bunch of them. So do we want the Night of Navy trimmed, or do we want this light? We're going to go with the Balmy Blue trim. So I need leaves that have the Balmy Blue in them. You can see the difference here in a minute. This has light Night of Navy. This is Balmy Blue. Since we're using Balmy Blue, we need 1, 2, 3 for each one. Perfect. If you didn't want to use the leaves, you can use the bow punch. I've done projects with this instead of doing these leaves. So let's figure out. I may not do all of them. I've already put them up on a dimensional, our centerpiece. We need to figure out where we're going to stamp our little hello, which just fell off my block. Ooh, Blackberry Bliss would be so cool to stamp that in. Do I want to do it Yes. Don't we want to do it? Then soft suede or blackberry bliss. We're going to go with blackberry bliss. I mean, come on. Nice, rich color. We are stamping directly onto what we already made. So we are going to go, I think, oh, right here would be good. Beautiful. We got those little wonderful little bumblebees, which I really want to stamp. We'll stamp those on the inside. So we're going to do hello right there. We are going to bring in some other little element pieces here. Let's see. I did want to bring in this, I thought, for the inside of the card. We could use this hello. This is from a different project. This was an extra piece, but I don't want to. And we have the wee little honeybee. I think we're going to go with that. Just like so. And we're going to glue this down. So I want it right here. So I'm going to put glue about right here. Keeping it so it is on the card as it needs to fit in the envelope. But you only want, when gluing it, you don't want so much on there that it's going to stick it to the rest of it. So we're going to do some leaves now, and the same thing's going to apply. I'm going to put glue top and bottom. There's one. Top and bottom. I like that right there. And this one, I think we're going to go just like so. And we are. So top, bottom, and top. Make sure it's glued on both sides. Very, very pretty. And we only are going to need the one. And where's the little bee? He ran away or he flew away, one of the two. There he is. There he is. You know what? We are going to pop this wee little bumble up on a dimensional. And I did put them somewhere. Well, if I can't find my container of dimensionals, my ink pads are sitting on them. No wonder why I can't find them. Let's see. I know he fits on a wee little piece here. And do we want to bring these maybe up here? Maybe I should use them for the front. Oh, definitely. Okay, but I don't like this bits, so we're going to cut those bits off. There we go. So pull that apart. We're going to do glue here, here, and there. I don't want to get it too much, so we're going to add this bit up like so. Now I can add a little bit of glue to that one. I was making sure it wasn't going to go off the page, and that is going to stick nicely in there. Oh, and I so like that. And our little bee needs to get repositioned. Can I do it without tearing my paper? I'm going to add a little bit of Tombow on there so he can be more centered. And isn't that fun? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the inside of the card is next, and we need to do some stamping on our piece of white, basic white, which is 2 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4, because it's going to go like so. And my little strip that I cut that was left is what's saving me from having to cut a whole piece. Is this was a scrap piece, right like so. So I'm going to glue this one down. It's just a little strip that may have been thrown away by some. But by me, I wanted to give it its place in the sunshine. And we need my stamp in Pierce Matte, which is right here. And we are going to do that same. We're going to give this some color with our sponge. Let's see. We might have plenty on here. So we're going to sponge it lightly, just in little places. Oops. I like it. I want a little bit more random. Da 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 da. Look at that. So cute. And like I said, we're going to do thank you. And this is where our, oh, I did it in black. That's okay. I was going to do it in the gorgeous Blackberry Bliss. This is where these little bees are so darn cute. And I just dropped mine. Did you see that? Okay. Let's pick it up, clean it off, and try that again. I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to do this one again, but flying this away. And then we're going to color them in. And I have my handy dandy little Stampin' Write marker in Crushed Curry for their little body. And then if you've watched me with those, you know I've been using the blue Night of Navy. This time we're going to go with the Balmy Blue, the light one. We're going to add just a little bit of movement. I'm telling you, to me it makes all the difference in their little wings. And then we're going to Wink Estella that. And when we glue this down, it will be so sweet as it is. And we are going to put this now onto our Blackberry Bliss piece, which I guess you didn't need to do all this inner layers, but it sure makes the card awful pretty. And this piece is going to butt right up next to that piece. Hopefully nicely. Oh, maybe we're going to leave a little gap there. That's okay. There we have it. And now this piece is going to get a nice little bit of blue to go on the inside of our card. And that's all there is to this. And you will see how gorgeous it is. Fold those flaps back. Place it front and center. And there you have it. Gorgeous. Little bit of Wink Estella. We need to do Mr. Bumblebee here. We'll do the flowers in the center part, and then we're going to tap this and give the whole thing a little bit of shimmer and shine, and it's all done. So that was one project with all our mini sunflowers here. We could have added some to the inside, but I think it's gorgeous just the way it is. Thank you, hello, and thank you. And an envelope would be gorgeous with this, though I didn't bring those things out. So okay, let's do an envelope. We have to have an envelope to match, right? So one envelope. Real easy. Just some little bumblebees, and we'll do the little hello, if I could find it again. This time we're going to stamp it in the Blackberry Bliss. We have to finish strong, right? So hopefully I don't mess up this beautiful white envelope. A little hello there. And close up this, because if this gets on it, it's ruined. And let's go with one or two bumbles. We're going to go with one. And we're going to do the same thing. Give his little wings little coloring and his little body. Oops, wrong end. And some Wink of Stella to top him off. And you have a beautiful card, at least in my opinion, a beautiful card. Let's flip this over. There is our envelope. This is our card, and that is this video, and I hope you all like it. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Go over to Connie Stewart's YouTube channel. Check out her card. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for the idea, my dear. I just love this fold. It's well worth all the cardstock. It just really is. Now, if you are looking for a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, but that is not the purpose of my videos. My videos are to help show you what I love to do and how I create them, and I really hope you enjoy them, and I love reading all of your comments. Have a great day out there, and come visit me again in my wonderland. Bye-bye now.